A lover of trouble. Isabella loved action. Seemingly she loved trouble. Ain't that right? The mad dash of a horse over the worst roads of all history, the bustle of the tented field, the roar of caverns at a siege were as the breath of her nostrils. She was hardly out of the War of Succession before she entered upon the war against the Moors, who held much of the richest part of the Spanish peninsula. At the siege of Grenada, her tent caught fire, and she escaped with her life, but little else. The episode gave her an idea. It was already apparent that the defense of the Moors would be stubborn and protracted. Accordingly, she used the labor of the besieging army, which could be employed in no better way, in substituting for the camp of tents and mud huts a regular city of stone and mortar. From the battlements of Grenada, the Moors looked upon the growing city of Santa Fe, Holy Faith as the queen called it, and marveled at the woman who, not content with seeking to take from them their town, built one of her own before it. Perhaps this evidence of indomitable determination affected their own obstinacy. At any rate, Grenada was surrendered and the last vestige of Moorish denomination in Europe was destroyed. Just as the war for the expulsion of the Moors had its religious foundations, so too had Isabella's support for the expedition of Columbus, which produced more far-reaching and important results than anything done by any one man. Columbus urged in vain the probable profits that would attend the success of his effort. But when the Genoese navigator, who must have been coached by someone about the court, spoke of taking the true faith to the savages whom no doubt he would encounter, her interest was straightway stimulated. Ferdinand, who to the end of a life spent in the shade of the refulgent glory of his greater spouse was penurious to the extreme, would have naught to do with Columbus, and made no secret of his impatience with her for listening to the needy Italian adventurer.